Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another card review. So I know my face is very red right now because it's very late at night. I'm recording late at night and this red image is reflecting off my face, right? So in this video, we're going to take a look at Kamen Rider Kuuga, which is another 4.5 jackpot card, right? So this is his mighty form, which is his base form, right? Let's take a look at his leader skill, right? So when team has only humans, we have team attack times 6.5, HP recovery times 1.6, right? So based on this, it's slightly stronger as compared to Decade in terms of HP and recovery. We have slightly a 0.1 advantage, right? So, but in my opinion, pretty negligible, alright? So point number 2, we have fire possess 50% of heart possess 50% of fire. We have seen this multiple times already, and it will be 100% for leader and ally. Alright, so last but not least, by dissolving more than 12 runestones, we have an additional 2.5 team attack. So I think it's quite easy to achieve. 12 runes is like 4 combos of 3 runes per group, right? Which is what you're supposed to spin nowadays. Right, so moving on to active skill number 1. We have CD7 for 2 rounds, character attack times 4. Okay, so here is the part where people who played Ultraman previously, Ultraman Orb, would find this familiar. Alright, so by activating this active skill, you get to choose the following effects. Alright, by picking up a water rune, you're gonna character's damage will be dealt regardless of fixed combo shield, and note that it is only this character and not the whole team. Alright, and then the character launch an extra water attack. If you start from an earth rune and start spinning, character damage will be dealt regardless of initial shield, and character will launch an extra earth attack. Right, if you start moving using a dark rune, right, damage received minus 70%, and character launch an extra dark attack. Right, so I assume that if you pick up any other runes on the board, you will only get the first effect, which is character attack times 4. Right, so pick up your runes very carefully, and if you are not sure, because Kamen Rider, there's so many different active skills, right, and so many different effects, you might get confused. So you might want to turn on your skill confirmation before you start, activating skills here and there. If not, you have no idea what's happening, right? So in terms of active skill, this guy is pretty valuable. Alright, so moving on to his active skill number 2, which is CD8, explode all runestones to generate runestones of all types. So this will include hard runes as well, right? So it did not say that it's going to be enchanted, so you're going to have a board of all attributes including hard but no enchanted. So you can use this to break quintet shield but not enchanted quintet shield, but you can pair with other enchantment active skill to get the whole board enchanted and to break that quintet enchanted shield. Alright, so if you have this Dragonware Arco, which is his specific Dragonware, you get to transform. Right, so let's take a look at his Kuuga ultimate form, which is team only human, team attack times 7, which is higher again as compared to the base form, which is 6.5. So always transform, and then you get that 1.6 HP recovery as well. Alright, so also same playstyle, fire, hard, fire. Right, so I feel that you can actually bring Yoko again. It's quite a cheesy card, but you can find Yoko in any fire teams out there now. Right, so I think Yoko is a very good card to bring for this as a member for Kuuga. Alright, so let's go back to this Kamen Rider Kuuga ultimate form. Right, so we have a team skill. Alright, so let's take a look at the team skill first. Right, so for the team skill, I'm hoping you guys can see this highlighted part here. Right, so you have to bring Kuuga as leader and ally. You have these following effects, which is effect number 1, increase movement time irregardless by 3 seconds. Alright, so this is a bit confusing, but any attribute that you don't have in your team possess effect of your team. So basically a full board of rune possession, right, if you want to put things easily. right? So if I translate that wrongly, please correct me in the comments below, right? So point number 3, oh shit, what is this? Alright, so as you spin your runes, Kamen Rider attributes will become enchanted as you spin past them, right? So which means that if you only bring fire, you're gonna only enchant fire runes as you spin, right? But if you bring a full attribute, which is the rainbow theme, you're gonna enchant every single rune except heart runes, right? And that is gonna, you know, kind of break the quintet enchanted, as what I mentioned earlier. Alright, so next we have this inbuilt Tanjiro active skill kind of thing here as a team skill for Kuuga, right? So if you were to dissolve 0 to 3 types of attribute, right? Not combo, but types of attribute. So for example, water, fire, earth, there's going to be 3 types, right? You're going to trigger the following effect, right? Damage reduction by 65% and recover 50% of HP, right? Which I find this is a very good skill for those stage which is like 5 turns lockdown, 1% recovery or minus 99% recovery. You can actually use this to stall, right? Provided you have enough HP, right? So, and you have damage reduction as well, which is very good. So you just dissolve one combo of whatever attributes, right? That's going to be considered as one type of rune, one type of attribute. You're going to get the following effect, right? Good for stalling, right? So next, if you dissolve 2 to 4 types of attribute rune stones, you get team attack times 2, as well as ignore enemy defense. Alright, so if you dissolve 3 to 6, 6 meaning water, fire, earth, light, dark, heart, yep, there will be 6. You get team attack times 3, and then whole team gets to ignore puzzle shield as well. Alright, so the very sweet spot if you want to activate all the effects would be 3 types of attribute dissolve, right? Because it falls in all the category, right, in which I'm going to trigger all of them. But if you feel that there is no need to recover HP, there is no need to have that damage reduction, I suggest you go for initial dissolve of 4 type of attribute rune stones, because that would trigger team attack times 2 as well as team attack times 3. That is a massive difference, right? So the rest of the, I mean, that might be causing you to dissolve very little combos, but you can stack the rest, right? Especially have this rune extension, right, for those advanced rune spinners, right? So that's all for the active skill, that's all for the team skill, right? So this applies to the non-transform version and the transform version. Alright, so moving on to Kuuga's ultimate form. Right, so EP4, first EP skill, right, you get to explode the column below the character to dissolve to generate enchanted runestones of 5 attribute. A bit shit in my opinion, because that's gonna be 1 water, fire, earth, light, dark. Then that don't necessarily guarantees you a bot that is able to clear, you know, quintet, you know. And also for that where is that, you know, for this team skill, you also get to enchant your board while you spin if you're playing full Kamen Rider. So I don't see the point of this EP. It's a shit EP skill, right? So let's take a look at the second EP skill, which costs you 8 EP points. So another ignite card. So for 2 rounds you get to ignite enemy again and change it to fire attribute. Damage received minus 60%. So that's gonna stack on top of your team skill, right? If you were to do 0 to 3 types of attribute on first batch, right? Point number 3, character attack times 3. Okay. Point number 4, for every group of attributive runes to dissolve in the first batch, the character launch an attack of that attribute as much as 10%. Alright, so to the max 10 extra attacks. So that will depend on what you dissolve, and that's going to launch 10% of his attack, which is a bit of damage. Alright, so that's gonna solve certain niche scenarios. Alright, And when runestones of 5 attributes are dissolved, characters' damage will be dealt regardless of initial shield and fixed combo shield. Now, this one is good. This active skill is good because what you can do is to combine, to activate it one shot, right? Like how we play Tanjiro, where we can activate its active skill and then transform and then do 10 combos to trigger all the effects. That's what we're going to do here as well. So for Kuuga, you get to explode all runes to generate runestones of all types, so you have all the different type of attribute on the board, and then after that you go ahead to activate EP skill 2, which dissolve all 5 attributes and damage will be dealt regardless of initial shield and fixed combo shield. That's how you combo the 2 active skills together. Right? That's how I feel it's a more active, more efficient way of playing this if you want to guarantee that that this character can break the initial shield as well as the fixed combo shield. Alright, so I think overall this card here will still be quite useful because it has that damage reduction, you get to ignite, you get to ignore initial shield as well as fixed combo shield, right? But I think overall, over time, this card might be replaced, right? But I think for now it's going to be quite a useful card as a leader as well as member. Alright, so I think it's worth the job. So this video is gonna be all for Kamen Rider Kuuga, right? So that's the end of it. So I'm gonna end this video right here, right? If I have left out anything, right, feel free to supplement it in the comments below, right? So other than that, that's all for this card review. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.